so after I found my first winning product, after that, the rate of winning products increased by a lot. Like every other product was a winning product because I was focusing on, I was focusing
what was the change?
So this is going to be a case study with one of my students, Andor. We basically started working together a while ago. He already made over 400K with dropshipping, and we're going to cover multiple really interesting topics. What really sticks out here is that when he found the first winning product he ever had, it just made click, and he found so many more winning products after that really quickly, okay? So this really shows you how quick it can change when you just understand what you're doing. And we're going to talk about this learning process and how the learning curve just got much better over time. And also we're going to talk about the risks which come when dropshipping is done. Basically, dropshipping has a lot of risks. And here we're also going to discuss how you manage those risks and how you properly dissect which risks are where and how to prevent them to just minimize them, okay? The risk management part is very important, and you have to always keep that in mind, and we're also going to cover that in this video. So yeah, let's just get started.
All right, welcome Andor to the interview. Basically, we've been working together for a while now. And yeah, we had a pretty crazy ride, so you can kind of tell what happened to you, how everything went from you from the beginning, and what you did before, and
I'll start from completely from the beginning, where I literally had one store. So before we got started, had one store, and like I was completely unsure what I was doing. So that was my biggest pain point. I wasn't looking for any type of just video course. I was looking for some coaching where I can literally ask questions. So that was my main pain point, so to speak. So that's why I look for something like that. And then not sure, someone told me about you, that he helped you, or the other way around, you helped him. And yeah, that's basically why I got to you too. So I got started there, and right after you gave me some tips, I started selling that product, which went okay. It was the very first week of the lockdown here in Germany, so we had issues with shipping there, but yeah, it was actually profitable, but it was just product issues. So then switched basically everything around and followed your exact methods. Within a month, I was I set up everything. So I closed the first store. I set up everything that you told me, did some product research. First product and the second products were in general just break even, just around that. So I was keeping an eye open, just basically on product research and finding other products. Whenever I found my third product, tested it out, it clearly had all of the best, just the best mark, so to speak. Within the first day, it was profitable. It was running profitably. So I basically closed the other stores and jumped into that one. And yeah, that was basically my start. It wasn't like this fast, of course. I started doing this so last year, April, I think. And then it took me a few months to test out a few products. And then, yeah, late July, I think, or mid-July, I had my first winning product, yeah.
Okay, nice. And for that winning product, first of all, how much did it make? How long did it last? And how did you behave with that?
Yeah, so that winning product ran for like, I think 2 months, right about that, but just because I had issues with Facebook. So late August I got hacked. So on Facebook, so I had really like major issues there. I completely lost my whole business manager. The hacker even spent my money. And then I had issues there, but I basically like got out and found other business managers from friends and family, set up everything new, set up the product, which was then again running profitably, but not as profitably as before. And then I was
tested the same product.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Because it was profitable before I got hacked. And then, yeah, it was still running, but not that well as prior to that. And then what I basically did there is just continued on with more product research, found another product that had potential. And I tested that, and then it also showed really good potential. And then even after like a few weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks, I think it was outperforming the first one. So I just basically switched to that product. And that product then ran for like over 6 months. So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. And how much did you make in total? Revenue, profit, how was that?
Yeah, so revenue wise, in total for just the store, I'm at 180K, just around that. It was really up and down, and you can see that even in the numbers and in the analytics. It was
maybe
really
you can
up and down.
share your screen.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there we go. I think that should be okay.
Can you quickly refresh so people see?
Yeah. Where? Let me see. Oh, here. So quick refresh. It's loading. This is an actual Shopify store, right? So 180K. This is like at the beginning. Now these ups and downs were basically because of Facebook most of the time. So yeah, this is actually July. Right away, started really well, scaled it up literally to 20K within the first 2 weeks, right, in July. And then August, I got hit with the hack. So it was really bad. And then retested it, everything again, set up everything on Facebook, so rebranded everything, also new product page and everything, new business manager, new pixel, everything new. Scaled it up in September to 25K, which was okay. There I tested the new product too. And then again, Facebook issues. So there again, I got hacked. No, not hacked, but my main business manager that I got back here basically got banned completely. And then I had to basically switch around with Facebook again, new page there, just not new ad account, just new page. Had issues with the with the feedback score, so a lot of Facebook issues, and then started scaling up again.
And was that the only store you had running, or did you have others at the same time, or did you start new ones later on?
Yeah, no. So the other stores I don't have anymore active. I turned those off completely. This store is still running profitably on a really low scale and basically zero maintenance. So it's just covering like my Shopify costs for all of my stores right now, and my what's it called, my virtual assistant costs. So I just keep it running because it's on a
my
lower.
Question was,
yeah.
My question was, when you had these ups and downs, did you at that time did you have other stores running as well, or was that the only store you had that running at that time?
No, I did. So I started my second store. So whenever I had this running, I knew it's not going to last long, or at least I wanted to basically have, less of these ups and downs. Don't have this as a business, just on a store level. And that's also something that you said to me right away in the beginning, whenever I was asking questions about like risk management and things like that. You right away said, hey, if you will have 3 stores that are all running all the same time, then you won't like have any issues, and the most important thing, you'll have a lot less stress, right? That was the main issue there.
That's huge.
Yeah, so that's why I did that basically. But here I started, I think around September, October, I started another store. So whenever I got more business managers, somewhere around September, October, I started one more store. So I was running products there too, which were also profitable. I'm not exactly sure how much was there, but that was also a winning product right away. So after I found my first winning product, after that, the rate of winning products increased by a lot. Like every other product was a winning product, because I was focusing on, I was focusing on.
What was the change? What was the change? You obviously had a couple of products you tested before you had that first initial winner. Did you actually, you can stop the screen share. But did you see any difference when you selected the product, and like in retrospect now, did you see that this product, which actually took off, was better than the other ones, or were they all kind of the same?
No. So so that's like kind of exactly the same question that I was asking you in the beginning. I remember that. Why would you pick this exact product over another one? And that basically just came through, doing a lot of product research, and watching other winning products, how they are setting up other winning stores, and focusing on that. And then whenever I was looking at the products that I selected, I just there were just a few extras, like I would really think that this is a product that is actually helpful, and the people are actually going to benefit from it. And then of course there are multiple things that I also like. Did like a list on it, like if it's easy to upsell, like good average order value, every single product. No, one winning product didn't have like really good upsell potential, but all other ones that I had, all of them had really good upsell potential. The average order value was around like 18 to 20.
Even though you were selling it for 12.
13, yeah. And then that was also like a criteria for me, at least, that if I can sell this product at 13 and not lower, then it's more likely a winning product than if I would need to sell it for like a small price.
And to also say this here, obviously a lot of people are talking about high ticket products, and that is the way to go. It's also really interesting that you said your average order value was high with 18. Normally people would consider that, for like a regular product, they would consider that low. However, in your case, it was high because of like from 13 to 18, the difference was pretty good. And the thing here to also mention is that low ticket products work. And it's a very, very big misconception of most of the people in the dropshipping industry. They always give this like good looking example of to make like 1K per day, you only need to sell 10 $100 products. However, you have to sell like 100 or $110 products. And in reality, it's just so much easier to sell a low ticket product in the beginning. And obviously later on, you can test like higher ticket stuff as well. But as a beginner, it's just so much easier. And for you, what I also noticed was when it comes to the product research part, you were very focused on proven concept. So you were always looking around and what actually works right now for other people, and you kind of look always like we're scanning on that, and that was like a big factor for you. So I like that, and it was a very like smart strategy of you, like to kind of actually only pick products which for sure work at this particular moment. And that was a big thing as well. And that's probably also one of the reasons why you said, okay, your success rate later on started to become much higher. Every second product was a winner, which is very high. All in all, you said you also had other stores. All in all, do you know on average, like approximately how much money you made in total, like how much revenue?
Profits, pure profit, or revenue wise?
Both.
No, no idea, because it was up and down. And how I calculated this is I didn't calculate like the revenue ever, because that's not, I didn't like to look at that, because that wasn't really my goal. Yes, okay, I did have goals of achieving like, let's go over 100K a month. That is definitely a goal that I had. And then that is important, but at the end of the day, I was looking at a pure profit. So I was like subtracting all of my costs, not just for Shopify, for transactions, but like literally everything for coaching and everything else. So that's why it's like completely off. But yeah, like there's this store that it's at 180. There's another one that's around 100. And then the third one, of course, is on non, so it's a higher ticket product that was active in first and second quarter in this year, which did also over 100K. And yeah, and right now I'm working on different stores.
Got it. So you're around like 400K, something like that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, cool.
And profit margins never went under like under 20, never.
Okay, nice. For you, what would you say was kind of the main learnings which you got from the coaching program itself, and what you kind of implemented in the business, which actually made an impact?
Sorry, I didn't catch it completely.
Which tips which I gave you made the biggest impact in your business, what you would say?
Oh, okay. A lot of them, definitely. Most of them made a really big impact. The biggest one, I would say, focus a lot on product research and just having, multiple things, because that really like changes things a lot. That gives the whole dropshipping thing like a longevity, so to speak. Like this is actually a business and it's actually long term, and that's how you should be looking at it, and not just let's make some profit and that's it. So that's a really huge one. And just in general, like the strategies that you gave me specifically, like specifics also that I needed questions with, those were extremely helpful. As I said, the aspect where I could actually ask you questions directly, that's the most important thing there. And then the confidence behind it, right? Because if I wouldn't have worked with you, then I would haven't had the confidence to actually go forward with increasing the budget. Yes, this looks good, or it doesn't look promising, etc. So whenever you said, okay, yes, this looks actually promising, I know from experience, then I had the confidence to actually go forward with it and invest more, etc. So that's like the biggest point there.
Yeah. So with this, it's also very interesting because a lot of people, they kind of have the right direction of what they might need to do to get successful. However, they don't have this like core belief, okay, this is the right thing. And maybe it is, maybe it's not. However, if you have somebody who's constantly going to guide you through it and tell you if it's right or if it's wrong, then you're going to build that confidence with. And even if like you would have a person who knows what they're talking about, and you would just tell them, should they do this? And they should say yes. And they constantly say yes to everything you do. And because it's the right thing, you would have so much more confidence and you would actually go through it. Because a lot of the times you think something is right and it is right, but you don't do it because you're not sure. And that's a huge thing which people have. So
and actually one more thing that was actually really huge is whenever I was struggling. I think with my second product to make it completely profitable, it was around break even. I was struggling with it, kind of losing a bit of hope, like going through that whole emotional cycle. And then whenever we talked once, you said that your brother was like 14 at the time, I think, was actually also doing dropshipping, and he was doing like not much, but it was profitable, right? Like 100 200 a day profitably, which is, for someone who hasn't had any success prior to that, is a huge thing, definitely. So that was like, okay, this thing works. I just need to stay on it and make it actually work. So that was like also like a huge thing for me.
Just believing in the process. It's really important to have some kind of proof from somewhere that it actually works. So for you, what were kind of the main problems you were facing and which you overcame? Because with you, I also saw that you're pretty good at solving problems, and you kind of have this ability of approaching things in a pretty logical way. So I saw every time you have a problem, you kind of actually thought, what can I do to overcome it, and not, okay, fuck, now I'm done, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, how do you go, like what were the main problems you had and how did you solve it?
Yeah. So one of the biggest issues was, in general, definitely Facebook, of course. Because I had like huge ups and downs because of Facebook. And yeah, that was definitely one of the main issues. Now, before even I got to Facebook issues, it was also cash flow, which you also helped me out a lot with, where I basically set up my PayPal and everything, so that Facebook is being paid through PayPal. And then I get the Shopify payments also in that same account, so I don't have cash flow issues there. And then after that, it was, as I said, Facebook. And how I solved that, yeah, it was literally just sitting down and looking at a sheet where I just outline everything as like risk management, basically put in everything there. And I also had like PayPal issues and every type of issue that a dropshipper has in the beginning. I had them, of course, like everyone else, but just sat down, looked at everything that I could have issues with. I remember I actually asked you what other issues I could actually run into, and then you said like payment processors and things like that. So I just literally minimize the risk there. So for PayPal, I just literally made 5 PayPal accounts and it started warming them all up. And then for Stripe, I made 2 Stripe accounts. Then for Facebook, I literally asked for all of my friends and family for business accounts, and then I had, I think, 4. Still have 3. Still have 3 right now. So that's like risk management was the number one thing, and that was just literally asking you what I should look out for, what I should do, and then execute it on it.
Yeah, and the important lesson here is preemptively understanding that preemptive action is more important than like fixing problem when it came, because a lot of the problems are pretty, like, you can see them coming. And if you see them coming, everything gets easier. So a lot of things you can just avoid by, for example, immediately having multiple Facebook accounts, immediately having multiple PayPal stuff. Like you can have multiple things like already set up for the scenario that something will go down. And to actually do that, you need only kind of 2 things. Number one is you need to be sure that this is going to work. Because if this is not going to work, it doesn't make sense to like test a bunch of PayPal accounts and warm something up. And the second thing is to actually not have this like way of thinking of, okay, I'm going to do everything last minute. So it's really important to not do everything last minute instead of just like postponing everything. You know, it's really important to actually do it as soon as possible. So yeah, for you, how many hours per day do you work, and how many hours per day did you work when you started out? How do you structure your day? How does that look?
Yeah, so it's a bit complicated for me because I don't just do dropshipping. I do online marketing for like Facebook advertising for other clients too, for other brands. So my main focus was on that. That was just like my main job. Main focus was on that, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, I was doing like an hour or 2 for dropshipping, which then I thought was enough. But whenever I started putting in more and more hours into dropshipping, I saw that the more you put in, the better it's going to go. So since then, I've been focusing a lot more on dropshipping and, you know, outsourcing everything I can, and then focusing on important stuff for my stores. And now I do like somewhere between 4 hours for dropshipping, and the rest is for the other business. And then even outsourcing even more things right now, just giving over all clients to into an employee, and then basically focusing 100% on dropshipping.
Yeah, that I told you a long time ago.
Yeah, that's
agency
exactly
stuff, because
yeah.
obviously I also have like like the coaching business itself, which is
Yeah.
similar to an agency. And with you, like where I saw that you're just not like you like the dropshipping so much more than the agency thing. I saw for you for sure it doesn't make sense to constantly do like work with every single person instead of just having a person below you who kind of helps you out with everything, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, good that you implemented it now.
Yeah, that's exactly all. I mean, that's another tip or suggestion that you gave me. And yeah, been trying. I mean, right away when you told me, I right away started looking for someone. Then outsourced it. Then it didn't work out. Then I found someone else right now, and then now it's working out a lot better. And then basically giving over every single project I can. And then I'm still focusing on like larger clients where I have large spans, and that is it. But still, the main focus is just to build out now something more longer term with in terms of branding, and then completely switch.
Yeah. And by the way, the advice, like the advice I gave you here, it's only like in the case where you don't enjoy it that much. Obviously, if you would like love that work, I wouldn't tell you that and like go with the thing you're doing. However, like because for me, for example, I really enjoy the coaching part, and I don't really want to have anybody else doing it. I'm still doing everything one-on-one, and I genuinely like it. So that's different, you know. And yeah, it was kind of just the priorities and like what you do with your life in terms of like at least enjoying. So yeah. Another question I like to ask here is, what would be your advice to a beginner? What would you tell to a person who's just starting out with dropshipping?
Number one, and that's really, I know that this one for sure. Number one is to find someone who is doing it right now successfully, and actually get yourself the actual proof that this is working, the actual proof of it, right? So not, I don't mean like, hey, if you are thinking about something, then you should ask for proof from someone. You just look for any type of dropshipping anywhere, like from Facebook or your friends or whatever. Look for someone who is doing it right now and go and see it by yourself with your own eyes. And whenever you will see that this works, you will believe in it a lot more, and then you will not even think about giving up. And then once you have that, it means almost instantly that you will be successful with it, at least to some degree, of course. But I like, if you don't stop trying, I don't see a way of you failing, like literally. So that's 100%. The main thing.
100%. I agree with that. I couldn't agree with that more. And getting that proof can be a little bit tough by just watching a video and having a person telling you, look, I made $1 million. So you need like specific things you need to see, you know. And that's why always in the first initial call, I kind of share my screen, show the stores I'm running, like so people see it's legit. And yeah, then you kind of borrow the proven concept from me or from whoever, and later on you just get that proven concept from yourself because you see obviously your own store working. What would you say is the kind of the change in your life since you did dropshipping, and how did it like impact you personally?
So number one is definitely that I shortened the time frame for my plans, because in general I saw that with e-commerce and with dropshipping in general, you can scale a lot faster, especially if you have a lot of like more knowledge, not as a beginner definitely, but more knowledge in the later phases, like when you understand the back end of it, you know how to do good upsell, like emails and things like that, and build out something more long-term, dropshipping can change your life like extremely fast. So that's literally something that I've changed. Is like, okay, I know this works. Now I don't just know that this works. I've seen that it works. I have done it. Now I've also seen that it can work really fast too, because whenever I found my winning products, it was literally profitable on the first day, right? And every single product that was like a really good winning product after that, it was literally profitable on the very first day, right? No pixel or anything, like literally profitable. So because of that, that's the biggest change for me, is like change your priorities, do this full time as soon as I can, focusing on it 100% of the time, and then it can change your life like really, really fast.
Yeah. And just for people watching here, the thing you just said is like every single product which you have, which was a winner from day one. That is the case with a lot of the time. However, I don't want people to misunderstand this and just like if they have something which is breaking even, stop testing.
Let me add that, yes, definitely. We need to be realistic too. Even if I had, like, for instance, the product that I'm running right now is that costs $50, right? And it's running really well with good profit margins, like over 30% profit margins, that I'm scaling currently. That one was profitable on the very first day, without a doubt. It was completely cleanly profitable, even if I calculate like literally all the costs. But it didn't, it was basically then after that for about like month and a half too, it was like just around break even, maybe a bit profitable. And then after that, whenever I dialed in all like the audiences and the copy, and also like a bit of the conversion rate, now it's converting really well with, as I said, like 30% profit margin, and I'm scaling it.
Yes. So just keep in mind that something product can be profitable pretty quickly. However, if you're breaking even, it doesn't mean that you don't have a winning product. In some cases, even if something is not working, for example, I tell my students, okay, look, you're breaking even or you're not even profitable. However, this product is extremely good. I would keep testing. And like in a month, it starts to work. So you kind of have two types of winners. Either you just go for that quick winner, which is immediately going to work and that's it, or you still keep testing the products which are breaking even, and make them work after optimizing everything. So just keep that in mind. And like if you're not sure if, okay, should I kill this product or should I not? If you see that you have some profitable ad sets on the ad set level, then I would keep going. And also if it just shows some potential, as in it's breaking even from the get-go, it's also, for me, that's a pretty good sign. Like if I see it's constantly breaking even, I have some profitable days, some unprofitable days, that just means that I have to optimize.
I had that case too, where I basically wasn't profitable. It was just around break even-ish in total, but also some ad sets were profitable, right? And then it was struggling, going like up and down a bit. And then after I got to lookalike audiences, and after I tested even more new creatives, right? Different styles, especially whenever the meme style started going off, and when I started those, then it also went to profitable, but in combination with better audiences and better creatives.
With break-even product, what would you say is normally the thing which gets them profitable?
Audience and creatives. Because if you have an audience that you're targeting, and it's not a good one, it still will not perform with a good creative. The other way around, if you have a good audience and so the creative is not that good, it's still going to convert, of course, if the product is proven, right? So that's the number one thing, of course. But that is something that I would say. So creative and audience, probably in that order.
Yeah. So with the audience, would you say the same thing for products which are in a very, very clear niche? So, for example, if you're in the baby niche, or like if you're in the I don't know, dog niche, it's very clear who to target.
So
would you say
in
there
those
the audience
cases,
is also important, or are you talking about general products?
So more like general, yes. In those cases, like in targeted niches, I would say definitely creative first, then audience, because it's a lot harder to miss. Definitely, that I have seen with those niches. I've been in 3, so 2, three I would say, where targeting was a lot easier. And then, but if you take like the larger ones, and test a few smaller ones and kind of go what is more intuitive for that niche, it's most likely going to work out if you are targeting like those simple interests.
Yeah, I would agree. And then and then when you have a more general product, for example, and by the way, this is just a little bit more advanced, so as a beginner I would not go for those general products. But if you do, you just have to understand, okay, it's going to take some time until you find the right audiences. And there I would for sure agree with you. And the audience matters a lot. Facebook first has to optimize and find the right audience for you. And you also have to like do some micromanagement to help Facebook kind of to go into the right direction. Yeah. That was basically all of my questions. Really appreciate having you. For everybody watching right now, if you guys actually want to get started working with me, click the link below this video, sign up for a free consultation session, and we're going to find out if everything is a good fit. So basically either see you there or in the next video. And again, thank you, Andor, and take care.
Thanks. Bye.